This week for What to Know Wednesday, I want to show you a feature in PeopleSoft that might come in great handy when you're putting your schedules together for the spring term. It's called the Schedule Planner, and you can access it right from your Student Center. As a reminder, to get to your Student Center, you'll sign in to askcathy.pitt.edu, click on Access the Student Information System, and then click on Main Menu in the upper left-hand corner, Self-Service, and then Student Center. It's the same menu path you need to take to find out what your enrollment date and time is issued by the registrar's office, in case there are any of you out there still trying to find that. So once you get to your Student Center, make sure your pop-up blocker is disabled and click on Schedule Planner along the left-hand side. Once the next page loads, you will click on Open Schedule Planner. And then, if you haven't already done so, what you're going to want to do is click on the Pittsburgh campus and click on Save and Continue. And here is the Schedule Planner feature. So what we're going to do is show you an example of a student who is interested in working with kids and wants to go into our occupational therapy program and wants to major in rehab science on the undergraduate level. So to start off with, you just have to click on Add Course. And so first, what you want to do is start looking for the courses that you're interested in. So this specific student needs to take a biology course next term. So if you click in the Select Subject area, you can start typing biology in, and you can see that it should come up. There we go. And then you click on the course. She needs Foundations of Biology 1. You can read the course description, and after that, if you're interested, you click on Add Course and you start a list right up here. Another thing she needs to take is a cultural anthropology course, because it's a specific elective recommended for the rehab science major. So read the description for that. You can click on Add Course, shows up over here. She also wants to complete the Children's Literature Certificate. So the first course that she's going to need to take is called Childhood's Books. So we need to see if that's offered next term. And so we go to the English Literature Department and we scroll down and we see that it is offered. So what's really nice about this feature is that whenever you come in to use it, it's only going to show you what's open and offered at that time. So it's real-time data. So the best time to actually come in and use this Schedule Planner feature is actually the night before or the morning of your enrollment date and time, because then you'll have the most accurate and up-to-date information. If you try to put it together too early, like 3 or 4 days or a week or two, you may just find yourself to be quite disappointed when you log back in and click on the schedule scenarios, because a lot of the stuff might be closed. So try not to do it until the night before or the morning of. So another course that she needs to take is actually developmental psychology, another course required for the rehab science major. So we go to the psych department, find developmental, add it. And then lastly, given that she wants to work with kids, there's an educational psychology course that the Psychology and Education Department offers, and she's going to try that. So once you've compiled your list, you click Done, and then you come back and you can see they're all populated here. And so if you click on Generate Schedules Now, you can see there are quite a few to choose from, right? So to narrow that down, what you can do is click on Advanced Options and choose Class Padding Time. I know that there were quite a few of you who for this term, found that 10 or 15 minutes in between classes or recitations or labs really just wasn't enough time to get from one place to the other. So maybe you want to give yourself 20 or 25 minutes of pad time. You can actually go ahead and do that, and you can see it already generated the schedules to 268, so that's down from 500 whatever it was. Another thing you can do to narrow things down is add breaks. So perhaps you're not a morning person, you don't want any morning classes. You can title the break, no morning classes. Maybe you don't want to start till 11 a.m. So for the end time, you would put in like 10:55. select all the days of the week. You can add Saturday and Sunday if you want. Add that break, and you can see when you come back over here it's all checked. And also maybe you want to have lunch at a specific time. Click on Add Break, name it Lunch, and perhaps you want that to be around 12 to 12:55. Give yourself about an hour. Again, select the weekdays every day of the week, add the break, come down here, regenerate schedules, and you can see it actually bumps it all the way down to 8. So this is much more manageable. So you can actually view up to 4 schedules side by side. So if you click on those and click compare, you can see them visually. So the purple area is your no morning class, 12 o'clock is your lunch, and then your other courses are represented color-coded individually. So you can open each of these and you can check them out. We're going to open number 2, and it gives you more information. So you want to take a look to see if the courses are still open in that Seats Open category there. You can come down and you can take a look at it a little larger visually, and you do that for each and every one. So for an example's sake, let's say that out of the 4 we're looking at, this is your favorite. What you can do is click on the heart up here and title this Preferred Schedule 1 and click OK. And then you go back, you come back to the main screen, and you want to check out the next 4. So you just uncheck those first, click on the next 4, compare those, and again open each of them and have a look. For this demonstration we'll take a look at 7. Let's say that this one's the best out of those 4. Again, you can favorite it and say Preferred Schedule number 2. Click OK. And so when you go back, you can see that those 2 that you hope to choose from are actually listed right here in the Favorites tab. So as it comes closer to your enrollment date and time, you can continue to check these to see if your classes are still open. So for argument's sake, let's say your preferred schedule number 1 is actually viable. You will click on it to view it, and then you can actually send it straight to your shopping cart. So it says, hey, it's going to be transferred. Is this what you want to do? You're going to say, yes, okay, I want to do that. And then it'll tell you what you need to do next. So it tells you need to go to your enrollment page and then click the import cart for each course that you want to bring in. So what you can do is just X out of that. It'll bring you back to this screen. And if you click on course enrollment, it'll take you straight to your shopping cart area. So you might need to select your term. Click on continue, and then you can see right here it says import cart. So click on import cart, review, hit next, and you're going to do that for each and every course that you had in that other area. Now one thing that it will do is kind of pre-populate a recitation. So if you want to change those, you'd have to go back in and click on them in your shopping cart to see which recitations were available. And if you do that, don't forget to click on View All Sections, because there's a lot more than that. So maybe rather than that Friday at 11, it just kind of self-selected, you'll want to choose maybe Monday at 1. So that's how you can change that up if you need to. And then after that, once your enrollment date and time rolls around, you'll click on Proceed to Step 2 of 3 and move through the steps of enrollment. Because if you tried to do that now, it'll say, sorry, it's not your time yet. So if you have any questions about how to use this schedule planner feature, you can actually find more information on our undergraduate website through the Enrollment Resources tab. So if you go to the main screen, you're going to click on First Year Students, First Year Advising, and then you're going to come down and click on Enrollment Resources, and you'll find a bunch of those here, and one of them is enrolling using the schedule planner. So I hope this works well for you, and again, if you have any questions, let me know, but have a good Wednesday, and I'll hope to see you all soon.